Okay, now we're going to do the coloring in part, which is super fun. She does have kind of big eyes, doesn't she? She's cute. I like her. Okay. I have tons of markers. My favorite for skin tone, though, is Copics. So, just for a Caucasian face, I start out with EOO for just the base. But I start thinking about where the highlights are going to be, and I leave space for that. So, it's going to be on the top of her nose, kind of right there is going to stay light. Her chin, her forehead, little area right here on the cheekbone, and then usually like a little area in her neck right there, which I didn't do that very well. Okay. With alcohol markers, you can just do layers. I just sometimes do a lot of layers until I like how it looks. But I always start out like this and then just color in her skin. Avoid those white areas. This one's not very juicy. And then there's a little place up here, leave light, because the light hits that right here. So go around this area, and then don't color in your little circle there on the cheekbone. Let's see if I got a juicier EOO. Hold on. See, this one's juicier. Yeah. This one's better. It might look blotchy right now, but then you go over it again in another direction, and that helps it not look blotchy. Kind of leave the bottom of her nose. I'm going to leave it kind of light for right now. Try to avoid this little white spot on the chin. Leave that a little bit light right here. Usually I don't do this large of a picture. This is just the first layer of the skin, so that's all right. Okay. That just kind of gives me a guide. So I remember what I want to do. So that's just like my first layer. It doesn't need to look that great right now. And then I usually get E11 just for my first, kind of look at where my shading is going to be. So right here, some nice shading. It looks dark for E11, but that's okay. Then next to the hair, you're going to have shading. And then along just a little bit on the face. You don't want it to look like a beard, so you have to be real careful with the bottom part there. And then along her hair here. And then along the bottom of the nose. And then under the nose. This little thing's dark. Under the mouth. Right here, the corners of the mouth. This one we can do a little bit of shading as well. This crease is darker. I did that too low. Oops. Then under the neck, there's always going to be a shadow. And again, I'm just kind of getting my markers in right now, kind of where I want things to be light and dark. This doesn't have to look real good right now. And you can kind of make a little ball kind of thing. Under the eyes. I hope that's showing up okay. And then here on the side of the eyes, shaded. This is just like a basic shading. There's lots of different shading you can do. And you can look at photographs. Excuse me. Go, 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 go. Go, AC. Yeah, you can look at real photographs, and then there's also like some shading guides you can get. This is just like a real basic, like here, the nose, this, crease of the eye, along the hair and the face. You can also kind of show some cheekbones like this. It's just like a little extra thing you can do. I think it looks nice. Okay, so that is my 11. Then E13, I go over the very darkest areas, which is going to be, and this is for a fair complected person. It's going to be under the nose, along the bottom of the nose, that underneath here, and then I don't think I even usually put it there. For some reason today I did. And then under the neck. Okay, so those are your darkest areas for your shading. And I usually go over it a little bit. I just kind of mess around with it. Oh, I know one thing I forgot. So back at E11, this is kind of rounded off here. There we go. Let's see. I think that's all I'm forgetting. She's really cute. All right. So then when you get all that done, kind of have everything in place, then you go over it all again with your E11. Usually I do a couple of coats of this. I'm going to avoid the white spots this time. Next time I go over it, I'm going to kind of go over the white spots to blend it all in. But right now I'm just going to do another layer. Just kind of get all this to blend it in together. Avoid that chin for right now. Right? And this. I think this is my drier one. I'll go over it again with the juicy one in a minute. Okay. All right. Then my last layer, I'm going to go over the whole face and cover up the white. It'll still be lighter because I've got extra layers. So I'm going to do this and kind of cover up the whole thing and kind of blend it all together. There we go. And you can also put some color on her cheeks. We'll do that in a second. I do that several different ways. I use this sometimes. Where is it? These, I don't see my skin colored one, but these things of Jane Davenport, the pinks are really nice for cheeks sometimes. But I also like to use, let's see, I think this Key Rose will be okay. Let me see. It's a little dark. Oh well, I might use the Jane Davenport. I can't find the one that I usually like to use for the cheeks right now. I'm going to add a little bit more shadow down here along the shirt. And this is kind of light shading. You can go darker if you want, but just for basics. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, let's just kind of go along this. And then also we can, if we wanted to show her her little clavicle thingies. That's cute. Okay. All right. That's skin. Wish I could find, oh, here's birthday suit. This is the one I like to use for skin tones. And there's this pink. Let me just, hopefully this is going to work out okay. I'm going to use my finger. And you can just add a little pink to her cheeks. Like that, it looks so cute. There we go. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Okay. Now, for the lips, I got out some colors I like to use on my Spectrum Noir. I like to use the CR colors. Where did I put it? Here we are. So on lips, the top is always darker than the bottom. So this is a CR7. We're going to color in her lips. It's pretty dark. It's okay though. It's hard to do without moving it around and getting my big head in the way. Okay. Pretty. And then let's color in the bottom one with this color. We'll put highlights later on her lips. So pretty. And then sometimes I like to put just like a little darker in the middle here and on the sides. And like a little shadow along here. Okay, that looks pretty. Okay, so for the eyes, I got out some green colors. So I've got yellow green 1, yellow green 2, yellow green 3, and light yellow 3 is the lightest one. So let's see. Let's go ahead and do the very lightest one. Just color it all in, and then we'll darken it up a little bit as we go. This is going to look kind of yellow right now. Okay. Then the darkest one will go up at the top because it's the eyelid is shadowing the top of the eye here. Okay. Then come down and make it a little bit darker. And then we'll come down a little bit darker, a little bit more. And then just maybe leave that little space that's lighter. I'm still working on eyes. Experimenting with different ways to do eyes. But anyway, I think that looks pretty. And we'll put a highlight in later. So she's really cute. Let's go ahead and start on her hair. I'm going to give her one more thing I'm going to do on the eyes. I think I'm going to outline them with this darker color because a lot of eyes have, have this darker rim, mine do, around it. Looks pretty, I think. Pretty girl. Okay. I think one thing I need to do is darken up her. This is always going to be really dark. This line right here. That's one of the darkest lines on the face. There we go. And then this is always dark. Oops. Messed that up a little bit. It's okay. Give her some nostrils. And then this inside the mouth line is one of the darkest lines. Darken up her pupils a little bit. Pretty girl. All right, giving her like this reddish color hair. I picked out some colors. Oh, I think I'm gonna stop this and start again.